This episode of the What Remember podcast is brought to you by our Patreon supporters, Matt J., Carson C., Claire G., and James P. If you would like to support the podcast and get access to exclusive episodes that you can only get on our Patreon, go to patreon.com/whatremember. Any pledge amount gets you access to the episodes. Thanks. Why aren't there more people named Sinbad?
That's a good question.
It seems sweet.
I think he kind of ruined that for everybody, though.
Like, you can't name your kid Madonna,
Yeah.
even though, like, 10 years or whatever, she'll be dead. No one will remember Madonna.
His kid is going to be dead in 10 years?
Oh my God. Madonna will be dead in 10
Andy,
years.
don't listen to this podcast.
Oh, boy. Oh,
Name your kid after a single name celebrity. Go.
Bono.
Adele.
Prince. Done. We did it.
There we go.
Not hard.
That worked out.
In everyone's favor, I guess.
Except our kids who have dumb names now.
Yeah, I don't want a kid named Bono.
It's too late. You committed to it.
Oh, well, wait a second. I didn't realize I was signing something.
Well, the
Give me
contract.
the paperback.
It's a verbal contract. You can't get rid of it.
That's true. It's
Yeah.
on the podcast.
It's on the record.
It's on the podcast, so it has to happen.
Can this be edited?
Yeah, it can.
Oh, well,
I'm not gonna. I say,
Look,
how many times have I made the I'm gonna edit it joke and then never edited it?
Nothing-
Every
I
time.
heard one in the last episode.
Every time I make it.
nothing can be fixed in post, Andy. That's the rule.
I hear that a lot in podcasts, though. Like that
Yeah.
specific comment.
That's like an audio joke that people just like to make. That's like
Yeah.
one of those things.
It's like, I'm going to cut it out,
Yeah.
but clearly,
We're
no.
like, oh, that's great for the people at home with a visual joke. It's like, yeah, that's just like the podcast joke that you can make. We make it. We're victims to it.
That's the only meta joke
That-
for a podcast.
Mhm. And then the other thing we just talked about. Mm-hmm. My name is Bradley Jones.
I'm Andrew Moldenhauer.
And I'm Andy Hubert.
And this is not a movie review podcast, but a podcast where we try to remember what happened in a movie we haven't seen in a very, very long time. This is what we remember about Top Gun.
Were there 2 or 3 bad guys in Home Alone? And who was that forgetful fish in Finding Nemo? Join us as we're watching films. See what we remember and what memories we killed. Let's start the show. Here we go. This is what we remember.
Do, 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 do.
do. So, Andy, how does this movie open?
Probably with like jets and shit, and it's like airplanes and like I don't
Yeah.
know what he's like.
Yeah, that's how it
Okay.
opens.
Yeah, no,
it's
credits.
a bunch of
It's like an
scenes
air
of
traffic
airplanes.
controller
It's
doing stuff
It's on
and-
top of an aircraft carrier. I know that this is like one of the scenes that everyone uses as an example of like graded
Oh, yeah. There's
graded,
so
like,
much
filters.
Nope. I'll think of it. It's a film term. Grain.
Grain.
Well,
Oh.
no, but graduated
grain.
filters specifically on
Oh.
all these shots of planes.
Oh, to make the
so
blue
that-
skies look great, or what?
But yeah, basically just to invert the top because like they were all crazy. But yeah, it's just a whole lot of shots of people directing planes on an aircraft carrier and then them taking off.
Yeah, sweet jets
Yeah,
blasting off.
It's all about jets.
So,
but the
we gotta
jets.
pop those jets off.
Is that what they say?
Maybe.
think
I've
so.
never been in the Navy.
We'll have to listen to what the background actors say in the Top Gun movie. See if they say that.
Someone in the back's like, I popped that jets off.
Pop the jets up, dog.
Popping another jet off.
You're popping that Michael. You're popping that jet.
Well, you gotta edit the sound, I guess.
So I know you're a car guy. You a jet guy, Andy? What jets are they flying
They're
in
flying
this bad
F-14
boy?
Tomcats.
Ooh, yeah.
It's one of the. It's
Talk
a
to
really
me.
cool plane.
Talk to me about how many missiles does it carry? Ooh.
I don't know.
Does it have machine guns? Yeah.
I mean, it does have. Yeah, it's got a cannon, but
Mm-hmm.
I think it's probably got like 3 hard points on each wing, so
Oh,
it'll probably hold
yeah.
like 3 bombs.
That's
and
the
then two
stuff.
underneath,
There it
but-
is.
oh.
But yeah.
Do we still have them in operation? Are they still like the standard plane?
No, probably like there's a couple, but they were they're like end of life, so they should not be flying anymore. They're too old.
Yeah, but they're sweet looking.
They're all using the
They look so great. They're like
F-18s.
GI Joe planes.
They are the F-14
It's
is
so
like
cool.
one of my favorite planes of all time. It's
Yeah.
an awesome plane.
If I was a kid, I'd want a poster of
Yes.
that on my wall next to my
It had-
Lamborghini.
I used to play this game called F-14 on Game Gear, and
Oh, there you go.
it was pretty sweet.
Yeah, and they had the cool adjustable wings too. So like sometimes their wings would be like almost straight out, and then other times they would like sweep them back. They're cool planes,
I love it.
and they're a 2-seater.
So what's the first like scene with things happening in this movie?
Oh man, it's been a millennium.
It's been a while. Oh dang! I jumped the gun.
It's been a millennium.
It's been a millennium.
It's been a millennium since I've seen this movie.
I think
they're doing this like a test run where they're just flying around and doing sweet stuff in the cockpit.
because they're on deployment on a carrier. Goose and Maverick.
They're already
Yes.
in the military?
Yes,
And I think
they're
they're
Air Force?
They're already near Navy.
Oh, Navy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
they get to a place where they become the best of the best. There's like the super high tech training.
So they're on a carrier
that they
doing
go to. That's the-
missions
that's the
for
plot
something,
of the film.
and I feel like it. Like there's always there's the Top Gun school that they hold every year, where like the best pilots go.
That's the Top Gun.
and learn how to be even better pilots, so then they can go back and brag, and then also I guess
so
train other
they're
pilots.
already in the Navy,
Yes.
and then they're like, you're going to go to this class
This elite
every
class.
single year.
No, it's just this one thing that was made for these exact situation. They're testing out some sort of new plane technology or something.
Oh, I'm the
I don't
best
think so. I think
people?
it's just the
What, really?
regular Top Gun.
Maybe
school.
it is.
because
But
it's
it's
a regular
sweet.
thing. But it is. It's
I
like
like
it's,
Brad's idea, though, more. It
I
makes-
Well, there's
do
some secret
actually.
stuff
I
in
really
there.
hope
Makes
that is
more
what it
sense.
is.
There's
yeah.
some like prototype stuff
They
happening.
do talk
in
about
this
the Russian
movie.
planes, and they give them like
Yeah.
all the classified info on the latest what they've got on all the Russian planes.
Yeah. So I think it just Maverick's hot-shotting through some canyons and stuff.
Yeah.
The guy from Back to the Future, the principal, is their bully instructor guy
Strickland.
it's Mr. Strickland.
Is it still Mr. Strickland too? Like he's the same character.
It's the same guy, and he's looking at a radar a lot.
Damn it, Maverick! You're a slacker.
That's what's happening.
That's why he's so tough in that movie.
Maverick is flying around. He's hot dogging. He's
Oh, boy.
shot calling.
He buzzes
Hamburger
he
ballin'.
buzzes the tower.
Yeah, he buzzes the tower on the way back. That's something he does.
What
That's
does
like,
that mean?
Okay,
You fly
so
really close to the aircraft.
Yeah.
Oh, and he like buzzed it and stuff. He's like,
yeah, the air traffic controller.
anybody in?
No,
Oh.
it's like blowing a raspberry. He's like as he flies by.
The
That's
air
all.
traffic controller always has a hot cup of coffee. Every time he blows
every
by, he
time.
spills it all over himself.
Oh, Maverick buzzed it. Okay, all right. Well,
But he's flying through some sweet
So-
canyons, showing off his skills, and everyone's like, "You're too much of a hot shot, Maverick."
and he's like, nah,
Nah, dog, I'm great.
nah.
I'm Tom
I'm
Cruise,
real
y'all.
good. I'm real good at this. I'm better than y'all.
Yeah. So after he buzzes the tower,
So wait,
they
he's
land.
friends with Goose already. They're already
Oh,
like
yeah, they're
besties
best-
and
they're best
stuff.
buds.
Like
Oh,
they
yeah.
fly in the same plane
Hey,
together,
who,
right?
Hey, who plays Goose? Go. I don't know his name, but I know the guy.
Sean Penn.
He's the guy from ER. He's also in Revenge of the Nerds.
Okay.
Who's not the guy who's the main guy, but the friend of the main guy.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know his name. Anthony
Michael Hall.
Michael Hall. Anthony
Too short.
Michael Hall. Anthony but he's bald and he's from those movies and ER.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna pass.
let's pass. I pass. Pass to Andy.
I couldn't give you a name, but so in the movie, yeah, they buzz the tower.
And they're on their way to flight
And
school
they-
essentially.
They get called in to the commander's office
That they had made a
because
cut of
they
some
are
kind.
in trouble
for
buzzing. the
buzzing.
tower.
Yeah.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Right.
And he is like yelling at him and he's screaming. He's like, God damn it, Maverick, if you weren't the best goddamn pilot.
It's like the police chief calling out someone in an 80s cop film, right?
You're a loose cannon,
Yeah.
but you get the job done. God.
We can't do anything about it because you're just so damn good,
Yeah.
Maverick. God damn it, you got a huge cock. What? Who said that? I just want to...
But he's like really mad, and I think he wants to like transfer Maverick out, but he's like, but it's pointless at this point anyway because you're going to Top Gun.
And I think he maybe
He
thought he
means
didn't
Top
make
Gun
it.
class.
School, yeah.
You're going to Top Gun class.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I feel like this might not be right, but that like someone else was supposed to go to Top Gun in his squadron, and then like that guy couldn't, so then Maverick gets the spot.
Oh, I like that a
I
little
think
bit.
there's a thing like that.
Okay.
where he
Was it
originally-
Val Kilmer?
A guy didn't
or
pass.
No?
Ooh, was it? Am I making this up? Someone like failed their eye exam or something like that.
Oh, maybe, or like maybe
Like
a
a Little
psych
Miss
breakdown or
Sunshine
something.
situation.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
They
It's like
came
you're
back.
colorblind. You can't do this.
It actually might be something exactly like that.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. I like that.
And then Maverick fills the hole.
He's like, but yeah,
But wait, why wouldn't he go in the first place
He's
if
not
the
good enough.
guy said he's the best? Wait, he just said he was the best.
Because of the tower buzzing, I think.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. So he kind of like
Yeah.
he kind of set himself up for failure
And
by
I think
doing that.
Goose was
then
already
he
going
got
to
it
make it.
anyway.
He was already super sweet.
yeah. almost maybe it was like he buzzes the tower because he knows he's not going to Top Gun, so he doesn't have to worry about like that as punishment. Then he's like, well, you're going to Top Gun anyway because this guy failed his inner ear test. He can't stand up straight. Gets vertigo.
Real bad. Real bad to have someone
He
up
gets
there.
the bad case of the dizzies when he's up there. So then Tom Cruise rides around on his motorcycle next to that sweet girl who's riding the horse.
Meg Ryan.
To try to set up. Nope. It's a different girl who is.
Yeah.
I know.
who's not known.
I know the actors in this movie. So I got that.
Yeah, you're ready.
I got that.
So he just sees this cute girl and he starts pulling some Maverick hotshotty stuff. Where
He's
he's
all like-
he's jumping on the top of the bicycle and popping wheelies
yeah.
and trying to impress
He's a
this
show
lady.
off. He's a showboat.
Yeah.
He's showboat.
Give us some more terms, Andy.
He's boating.
You know, he's boat shoeing.
Wait, keep going.
He's tugboating over there.
Tugboating.
Yeah, like steamboat. Steamboat.
He's steamboating.
I'm gonna use tugboating from now on.
Are they all boat things?
Got it.
Is there anything that's not a boat thing?
Yeah.
Oh man.
He forgot to put his sails
Oh
up.
my gosh, this podcast is a shipwreck.
Hey, now that's my joke. This podcast is a shipwreck. Wait, what'd you say?
So they go to the bar?
Yes.
Is this already happening?
I thought they went to the bar when they were like, "We need a break from all this hard work at Top Gun school."
It could be.
Well, yeah, they
It
probably
could be
go
that.
to Top Gun school for like a quick.
You're saying
scene.
they also go to the bar multiple times?
I think they only go to the bar
I mean,
one
I
time.
mean, I know they're only allowed to go to the bar once in their lives.
Well, let's say they
but-
don't go to
Once
the
a
bar
movie, at least.
yet.
Okay.
Let's say Tom Cruise is going to the first day of the Top Gun school where he meets Val Kilmer.
Yes.
Who is named...
Val Kilmer.
No.
I was going to say the same thing.
Plays Iceman.
Iceman.
Oh,
Like the
the
X-Men.
Iceman.
The Iceman cometh. It's a joke they make.
Yeah.
And do you know who his partner's his? He's an actor we all really
Is
like.
it Merlin? Is it called sign?
Is it Miguel Ferreira? Ferreira.
Or it's Magic. It's either Merlin or Magic.
Okay.
I forget which one. It is...
Okay.
I don't know who it is.
Give us some hints.
Okay. He...
Ooh, I got it
He's
now.
tall.
Okay.
He's...
Andre the Giant.
Nope. Skinny.
Alan Alda.
His last name is of a bird, in a way. His first name's very basic. It's 3 letters.
Ted.
Tony Hawk.
This is
Tony Hawk.
Tony's
Who
spelled
knew?
T-N-Y.
He's in this movie.
Tim Robbins is in this movie
Oh.
as
Okay.
the Iceman backup
Okay.
boy.
Man.
And
Hot off of Howard the Duck.
or he flies
You
a
just-
little.
I feel like this
helicopter.
podcast is just like 2 degrees of Howard the Duck now. In every movie, it is like Howard the Duck.
That might be wrong. You could
I don't
probably
know. I
do it.
believe him.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Howard the Duck connections.
So
You
all-
just don't know it.
So there's Iceman and Maverick have their confrontation inside of the board meeting where they're talking about
Yeah,
the
they're
Russian
briefing.
planes.
Oh yeah. Well,
They're
do
like a classroom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, but he has. So I guess Maverick already had the encounter with the Russian. Maybe that's right in the beginning of the movie too.
Maybe.
When he's on deployment,
Could be.
that's when he gets like they have like an encounter with some Russian planes. And,
Oh, yeah.
And the Russian plane flies upside down above him, and he takes a picture of it. And
I think he has to do that to a friendly plane.
no,
You're thinking of Hot Shots. There's going to be a lot of Top Gun crossover happening in this podcast.
Maybe,
That
but-
might have been the first one.
But there's because specifically when what's her face is talking later, they're specifically flying about like you can't fly. This plane can't fly inverted, and he's like, it flew inverted above me.
Yeah. He pulled off that move. And no
Okay.
one believes him. Or like Iceman's like, that's impossible.
Okay.
No one can do that successfully.
Oh,
He has to have done that to like a buddy plane. No, there's no way.
I don't think so. I think he flew.
That's
maybe
too
he does it-
dangerous,
maybe
Andy.
he-
Andy, that's too dangerous.
Maybe he
It
does
was
it
some Russian
twice.
planes. And then they wave at the Russian pilots, and then they give him the finger. This happens.
That happens in Hot Shots.
It probably happens in all pilot movies. It probably happens in Iron Eagle. It probably.
God, Iron Eagle. We are not bringing that up.
It happens in Planes, the Pixar
I'm
movie.
pretty sure they did in Armageddon.
Is that a plane movie?
It is now.
Anything that flies.
Let's see, Independence Day. I bet that happened.
So they go out on another testy run. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, the only thing I remember from
well-
this movie is there's a scene where they decide to have a chicken like fight with their jets, where Maverick and Iceman decide to basically fly right at each other, and then they move out of the way at the last minute. Or maybe that's with Maverick and Goose.
So, but we also get
That totally happens
Have we
at one
introduced the flight instructor as well at Top Gun?
It also could be an evil Russian plane that Maverick is like,
Yeah.
it's like, don't be doing that, or Maverick's like last ditch effort is to almost like ram it, but
Maybe.
screws up the other plane.
Well, I think he's like tugboating when he does that.
He's motorboating.
Yeah, motorboating at one point. Because I think like that happens at the beginning, and it's with like another like friendly person. But maybe he does it a couple
I
times.
believe it happening to an enemy, just because everything you're saying
Russian
sounds too
plane.
dangerous.
Russian. Yeah, but that's what Maverick does.
It's too scary.
He's a hotshot. He does all those dangerous things you're not supposed to do. He's a Maverick.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
What is this movie really about? Like, what's going on with these Russians?
They're holed up in like a canyon of some kind.
It's the 80s.
I mean, I know the Cold War is
Yeah,
happening.
Cold War's
I get
happening.
it. I get it. But there's got to be like some specific mission, right?
At the end, there is.
Okay.
Yeah. Are they attacking the naval frigate or whatever it's called? What's that ship called? The big old
I
ship?
don't know if it was that or if like
What's the big old ship called?
The aircraft carrier.
Aircraft carrier.
Oh boy, you disgust me.
Never forget. Saved it.
All right. That brought it back. That was good. But yeah, we have to get introduced to their flight instructor at Top Gun school, who is Michael Ironsides.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Old Ironsides. He's
Yeah.
back again for another
Back
episode.
again.
Love it.
Of
I love it.
What we remember.
And he introduced himself basically by saying,
It's his
like,
third. It's the third Michael Ironside film.
Yeah, and he's great
That's
in all
one-
of them.
He's great. He's the wonderful
He's so
actor.
great.
He's so good.
He even tries
good.
in Highlander 2, The Quickening. He tries.
I like Highlander 2: The Quickening.
Really?
I think it's fun.
I mean, it's been a while since I've seen it.
I'm really
but
excited to do some of the Highlanders here because Andy is such a Highlander.
Andy wants
guy,
Highlander
and I
to
really want to
happen.
hear
I want Highlander every day.
I want to hear him geek out about it so bad. It's gonna be
Oh
great.
my god!
He's at full peak Highlander.
Oh, boy.
He wants it.
Just you guys wait. Patreon episode coming up.
Ironsides basically says, "I'm going to be the one that's like testing you and flying against you all
Ooh,
week."
that's awesome.
So he flies a different plane, and he's always the bad guy that they're trying to get away from or to shoot down. And he's like the best there ever was.
just like the next Karate Kid.
Yeah. exactly like that movie. And then Tom Cruise finds an injured hawk.
Wait, what? Like a goose.
yeah, an injured goose. And
Okay, so I think we meet Meg Ryan at this point. Meg Ryan is Goose's wife. She's a babe.
she's totes the babe.
Her hair is always blowing in the wind.
Whoa! They're already married?
Yeah.
Goose is, yeah.
Oh wait, not okay.
Come on, man.
I can't keep them straight.
We goosed you.
Yep, I was thinking of Maverick.
Yeah, Goose is married.
To Meg Ryan? I thought that Maverick and Meg Ryan had a thing for a second.
No.
Whoa.
It's completely platonic between.
Because there's
Meg Ryan
there
and
is
Maverick.
another girl.
Yeah.
Which
that
I don't
Maverick is
know.
all about.
She's like not in any other movies ever.
Right.
She's a other blonde, short-haired girl
This changes everything.
who's
remember
also
about.
wearing a white
Oh,
lacy
boy.
dress the whole movie. Are all the women in this movie wearing white lacy dresses? Am I making that up?
It was standard issue in the 80s.
This is what you
That's all
get.
they had.
Here's what we have for you.
This is what we made.
Take it
can't
or
do
leave
any
it.
better.
But they go out to the bar after like,
now
their
they go
first
to the
day of
bar.
Top Gun, and they're like all bragging and being the best. And yeah, Meg Ryan's there with Goose and Check,
And then the lady
the
who
lady walks in.
he was tugboating for shows up, and they try to impress her by singing a certain song.
Oh man, what's now? Brad's gonna say what song was it?
Oh.
Oh yeah, here it comes. Here it comes. Ba-doom.
Ba-dum. Do-do-do-do-do.
Summer.
Not the song. The song.
I was like, I mean, they're like, are they just doing Summer Lovin'? What is this? I was very confused for a second.
See, I didn't know what you were originally singing, but you brought it to a song that I
love
knew.
and feeling, and it's gone, gone, gone. Oh, oh.
Doom, doo doom, doo doom, doo 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 doo.
Summer love.
Oh boy. Oh boy. That's how that song goes now. That's just a fact. That's just a fact now.
Oh boy, none of this audio is usable. It's so loud. It's so loud.
Oh boy.
So they do that song.
Yeah, they all sing it.
and that impresses the lady.
Does it though?
Yeah,
Why?
they're all drinking. They're in their sweet naval outfits.
Yeah, and he's doing his and
And this is-
Maverick's doing his most Mavericky get the
It's
girl.
almost like a routine that Goose and Maverick
yes.
do.
Goose
It's
is like
this
his
what he
ultimate
does.
wingman,
Oh,
so he sets him up.
good.
Why would you want to
Good call, Andy.
singing like a song that's like 20 years old at that point? And he's like, this song's really going to get
It
her.
works.
It works.
He gets her.
Look, that's their
It
method, man.
happens.
Listen, I'm going to go down to the bar and sing the Macarena for some girl and see what happens.
That might be a different result.
It's got you got to sing the same song. Why would you sing a different
also,
song?
that song's in
and
like
then
Spanish
compare?
for half of it. No one's gonna understand what's going on.
I don't get it, guys.
That analogy is a little bit lost on me. They're quite different. Also, if you had a wingman, I bet you could pull it off with that Macarena song. If Goose was there, he'd back you up.
Yeah.
If he was Maverick enough.
Oh boy.
This podcast is off the rails
Oh
already.
yeah.
So they go to bed.
Oh, and it's shot with just silk sheets and the wispy windows and the
that's
very
80s.
generic sex scene where everything's really close up. There's
Yep.
there's a lot of smooching.
Oh yeah.
You see a lot of like arm and maybe like a little back, little like bottom leg.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
If you guys like bottom leg, 80s sex scene is for you. If you like silk sheets and bottom legs, some of the men, then 80s sex scenes are for you.
Is there any nudity in this?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. If there was any, the only thing I could think of that was like a thing that people shot in the 80s was just like quick girl butt, and then that's it. That's all you see.
Maybe a
And they
quick
move
man
on.
butt. Mel
And
Gibson
a
in
quick
Lethal
man
Weapon.
butt, yes.
Quick man butt too, yeah.
Yes. Just
So-
a slight crack, and then that's it. Get out of there.
So then we get to day 2 at Top Gun, and they're in the hangar, and they're about to get a briefing
Uh-oh.
on the newest Russian jet.
This is gonna take a turn.
And they're like, and here to tell you about this jet from Naval Intelligence is our top expert in the area. And guess who it is?
the guy, Mr. Strickland from Back to the Future, is back on the plane. Right? Is it him?
No.
Is that him? I thought he comes back.
It's the lady that he just bing bonged.
Oh boy.
And so that's awkward.
Maybe they didn't bing bong at this point.
Yeah, I'm wondering
They
if
might
like
have just
she-
met at the bar.
I think she was like,
And then the bing bong comes
she's
later.
like, I've seen a lot
Yeah.
of pilots. You are not impressive.
They've just ping ponged. They haven't bing bonged.
yeah, they've just
Yep.
ping ponged. So after the ping ponging, so yeah, then it's the next day. And
But that guy
she's-
comes back, the bald guy, Strickland. He's back in the movie somehow.
at some point, I'm sure.
He's at the end of it.
Well, yeah, because they go back out to the carrier.
Oh, they come back to the carrier.
Yeah.
Okay, so there I had it. I was so confident that I knew the answer.
It's like Andy yelling 1959.
it's like how you felt during the Starship Troopers episode.
Yeah, about everything in that episode.
Oh man, I feel bad now.
Yeah, so she gives them the briefing on the latest Russian jet, which is the plane that Maverick flew with in the beginning. I don't care if you don't believe me. This is what happens.
He also has facts on the plane that like they don't have.
Yes, because that's what he tells her. He's like, I
He's got
saw
some
that
secret
plane.
intelligence.
I saw the plane do this, or he's like, that's not right. And she's like, how would you know? And he's all like, being all Maverick. He gets up and he's like, because I was there. I saw it with my eyeballs.
Right, like Marissa Tomei and My Cousin Vinny. Maverick explains to her what's the deal.
Because the Buick can't have those type of tires
the
on him.
F-15 Tomcat doesn't have the hood that the other that the Volvo has. What? What do you even? Get this lady out of here. She's in the wrong movie.
Yeah, what is she? How did
This
she
movie-
even wander in here? This is a secure military
This
facility.
movie's not out for like 8 more years. What is she doing here?
And she is slightly impressed because I think she doesn't believe him at first, but then like someone else like confirms like, yeah, no,
Goose, I think, backs him
yeah,
up.
he's like,
'Cause why
no,
wouldn't he?
we
He's a
saw
wingman,
it. Yeah,
ultimate wing boy.
He's like,
ultimate
I'm in the
wingman.
back seat.
Yeah,
I was in the back
I saw it.
playing my I Spy puzzles.
I wasn't using my iPhone. I was looking. I swear. Now we got to get to the point where the sad. Oh no, volleyball.
We gotta get to volleyball.
Oh boy, what song is playing
Oh,
during
here it comes
the
again.
volleyball scene?
Is it a weem away? A weem
Uh-uh.
away?
What?
I don't know.
Playing with the boys. We're gonna playing with the boys.
Damn.
The most homosexual scene
Oh,
in
boy.
any movie.
Hey, I don't. Brad.
and it's erotic. In all sense
It's a
of the
very
words.
erotic scene. There's
Men are oily.
oh,
They got
and they're
sunglasses.
wearing the tiniest shorts that
Oh,
have ever been
boy.
manufactured.
No, guys. I think that's a huge stretch on your part. No way.
You don't think this is erotic?
No, playing with the boys. I mean, it's just
It's a couple of boys having fun.
they're playing.
They're out in the sun. It's
Yeah.
summertime. They're touching each other's nipples. It's not a big deal.
Okay, just a brush.
Just a little bit of
Just a little
fondling.
bit of a brush
Just
up.
a little brush and a fondle.
Maybe,
that
maybe
ain't
one
nothing.
tongue finds another tongue. It's no big
Yeah,
deal.
that's
It's
just-
no big
that's
deal. It's
the
just
tongue,
summer
that's-
fun for boys.
It's summer loving is what it is.
Exactly.
Boys having some fun.
Listen, boys will be boys when women aren't around. They got to play their volleyball.
Yeah.
They got to put on that sunscreen.
When do they play Danger Zone? And how many times does that play in this movie?
2 times,
2 times?
I guess. I guess. So.
Well, it only because the first
plays
way
in
he's
the
going
beginning.
to the highway.
Danger
Yeah,
Zone.
he's
I'm
going
guessing the
towards that highway.
beginning and the
then he's
meat.
coming
Doing
back.
every time he's on his motorcycle, I feel like he's playing that song, except for the car chase.
I think there's some just soundtrack over the motorcycle part.
Could
Because
be.
it's not as exciting. Eventually, she does ride on the motorcycle with him, and that's a fun little thing that
Yeah.
happens. They start to grow closer to each other.
So
They ride his hog.
yeah, so they have their volleyball scene. They also have some training.
We got to talk about
stuff
the
they do.
slaps. Everyone's the hand slaps
yeah.
that they do. There's a secret hand slap.
Oh,
I'm
It's
getting
the-
choked up about it.
It's the Top Gun hand slap.
that Goose and Maverick like to do, where they slap up and they slap down.
Oh yeah.
so it's like a high five and, then a low
and
five.
then a swing
And
around.
then on the rebound.
Oh, it's
You get a rebound. Boom,
So it's like
bow.
as you're passing the person type.
Yep.
So it's like a walking high five
Yep.
slash. Then the what was the bottom part called?
On the rebound.
Low
On the
five.
rebound.
yeah, you gotta get
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
rebound. Yeah.
On the rebound.
In Tom Cruise somehow is great at volleyball, even though he's like 5 feet tall.
Yep.
But Goose is a monster. He could actually play.
Yeah.
With the boys.
That guy's huge.
And they're going against Iceman
Yep.
and I think Tim Ribbons.
Tim
And I think Tim Ribbons is
Tim
wearing
Ribbons?
a shirt. He's the only boy not like muscled up.
He felt self-conscious.
You know, he wasn't that muscular just yet.
What happened?
You tell me.
He got stuck in a loop.
Did your robot brain like stop for a second?
Someone reboot the Andy.
It was a little bit like Max Headroom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Yes.
But they end up winning because Maverick just wins at everything, and Iceman's all mopey and like, I know I'm better than him. Why does he keep winning?
And so, and over the course of this, they keep intersplicing some Top Gun stuff they're doing.
Also, Iceman has sweet glasses on, but so does everyone else. But Iceman's in particular great, and he has spiky hair. Move on.
Okay. And there's also like this plot of like, you get points for doing cool stuff at Top Gun school, and whoever has the most points becomes the most Top Gun.
How far you go on the school bus? Like you get a
Yeah.
bracelet kind of deal?
Yeah, you
But,
get
like,
to sit up close.
You go to first base, you
If
get
you
like
get
the blue
most
bracelet.
Top Gun, like what do you get from that? Like what? What's
You become
your
the Top
final-
Gun.
Become the best pilot, and
So
pilots.
what?
Okay.
So what?
It's the best of the
in
best,
the world
Andy.
of pilots, that is everything.
That's all they want.
You literally
in this
get to be
film.
like, "Oh, you're a pilot. I'm the pilot." Like you are the Top
They
Gun.
named a pen after me. I'm so pilot. That's what they say.
It was a bit of a reach.
That made sense.
I mean, yeah.
It wasn't funny, but it made sense.
That's all that counts.
There's a connection there.
So they go back to the bar the second time.
Okay.
Sure. Because this time the girl's sort of like,
She's into it?
yeah, she's like, all right, Maverick, I'll give you a shot.
Okay.
You got to give the hot shot a shot, and then they have their little bing bong.
So, yeah, then they go from ping pong to bing pong. Oh, boy.
Does the big thing happen before that or after that?
Ooh.
What's the big thing?
Oh, we'll get to it. But
Uh-oh.
Andy knows what I'm talking about. I've been alluding to it for the last 10 minutes.
You've just been
I
like,
think it's
trying to put it-
maybe it's before, because then it would make sense that he's
Yeah.
like at this ultimate high,
yeah, he's like he's just the best. at this
figuratively
point.
and literally, because he's in a
yeah.
plane. Get it? Ultimate
Oh,
high.
I know what the big thing is.
Yeah, wait for that.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Just
come on.
clicked.
Yeah, it did. I
So
forgot that
so
this
I
was
think
a
they
thing.
probably hook up again,
Yeah.
and that's where the silky sex scene is.
Yeah, with a lot of lower leg.
Yeah, there's
A lot of
no.
bottom leg.
All the bodies are like 6 feet
Guys,
apart
we don't
from
need
each
to
other.
go through this again. Let's go back to that volleyball scene for a second.
Okay, so Maverick's all oiled up, and then Val Kilmer goes for a spike,
Ooh.
and he hits it in the sand, but Maverick's diving for it, and his pecs are rippling when he hits the sand, and the sun is boiling off his skin,
add some-
and he can't.
Can we add some heavy bass under this,
No.
please?
So
There's too much homoerotic sex or sexy scenes for Andy. He's losing it.
yeah, it's
It's been
I'm a little. Ooh,
He's a little-
is it warm in here? Or is it just me?
I turned the light on.
Oh.
I mean, the heat's all the way up. I was hoping to reenact a little bit of that scene before you guys left tonight.
Ooh.
Hanging
all right.
with the boys.
Get me on the rebound.
Oh.
All right.
So now the big thing's going to happen. It's
Yeah.
leading to the big thing.
which is
Andy figured it out, so let's let him talk about it.
Yeah, get in here, buddy.
guys. Goose dies. Right?
Oh,
my
spoiler.
gosh, spoilers.
Goose does die, though.
Yeah.
He okay. I'm trying to think of how he dies. Does he die while he's flying?
No.
I can. Yeah, it's.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, yes and no. It's.
Oh, does a oh.
So Maverick is hot dogging a little too. He's tugboating a little too hard.
And Iceman's jealous, so he throws a baseball out of his plane while
That
Maverick's
isn't-
behind him.
That's
and then
not
it goes
what
like,
happens.
and it
That's
hits-
Rookie of
it
the
hits
Year.
Goose in
That's the first episode of our podcast. We talk about Rookie of the Year.
and then Maverick slips and breaks his arm.
Oh man.
So I think we run into the Russians again.
No, that's at the end. They're doing training when this happens.
So they're doing training when this happens.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, because what I think it is they're like they have one of their exercises where they have to fly against Michael Ironsides again,
Mm-hmm.
and Goose is paired with Iceman, and they're like tied for the most points. So they're both like, who's gonna get the kill today? Because that might
Or
determine
Maverick
who
is,
wins
or is it Goose?
What?
Is Goose? You said Goose
Oh.
was tied. It could be Goose.
Maverick and Iceman are tied
Okay.
for points, and the two of them are both like wingmen today on the for their exercise, and basically they like they're both trying to kill Michael Ironsides.
Oh boy, guys, I made a mistake. Tim Robbins isn't Iceman's wingman.
Oh my Brad!
Tim Robbins is in the movie, but he's also just like another sweet pilot who's like in the mix but never
Okay.
really brought to
Okay.
the forefront. Iceman just has like a douchebag wingman who's
Oh,
as
does he?
douchebaggy as him.
Okay,
So,
he's not even worthy of like a cool name.
but I think Tim Robbins might still be wearing that
Kinda
shirt
sa-
on that beach.
Maybe that saves Tim Robbins a little bit because he's like hanging out with a douche.
Could
yeah,
be.
yeah.
Or in your original
Right,
version.
because Tim Robbins takes Goose's spot with Maverick at the end of the film.
Oh, because yeah, they're both trying to get Michael Ironsides. They're both chasing him, and they're both right next to each other, and like Iceman can't get the shot, and so he like banks away.
But Maverick thinks
But
he
Maverick
can go for it.
Maverick thinks he can go for it, and he's too close, so he gets caught in the jet wash.
And I think Goose is even telling him like not to do this.
Yeah, he's trying to tell him to back off and to not go for it, but Maverick's like, I gotta be Top Gun. And the plane loses
Which
control
gets you what?
and flies all over the place,
Uh-huh.
and they go to eject.
Yeah.
And Goose's chair is a little too excited. and it shoots him right into the top of the plane.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So Tom Cruise ejects safely, and then
Yeah.
Goose just goes right into the canopy.
Yeah, and there's like a long shot of the
of it just
like the chair just falling.
and then they're in the water, and he finds Goose, and he's like, "A goose!"
And Goose are usually great swimmers, but not this time. I'm trying to bring a little levity, but I couldn't do it. It's still so sad.
It's the saddest scene. It is so sad because Goose was just the best.
Spin, setting out to sea. Altitude 8,000, 7,000. 6, we're at 6, man. A bit forward, Goose. I can't reach the ejection handle. Goose, you're gonna have to punch it down. I can't reach the ejection handle. Eject. I'm trying. Eject. Watch the canopy.
So then he's really sad. in the
Yeah.
next scene.
Yeah, and Meg Ryan's like consoling with him. She knows that he could do all he could do, or it wasn't his fault. Maverick blames himself, obviously.
And yeah, I think she tells him like Goose was just he would have done anything for Maverick, and it was everything he just flying with him was the best, but Maverick thinks it's his fault, so he's basically just like, I'm not gonna be a pilot anymore.
I'm so sad. I'm
He
gonna
gets
kick
on
my
his motorcycle.
ball
I bet.
home.
Oh, yeah,
He's
he
like,
does.
I'm going home.
Yeah,
He's nonstop crying for the rest of the film.
Yeah.
I think he.
we do get the car chase here, I think, right? Because he takes off on the motorcycle, and his lady chases him in her car.
She's trying to get him back out of it.
Yeah,
Get him out of his funk.
right. So they're driving through down San Francisco streets, they're crazy hill streets.
Mm-hmm.
And she basically tries to tell him you need to get over it.
Nut up.
Goose was lame anyway. Who cares about
Goose was great. What
Get over it.
Great. I love Goose.
Just get over
And Maverick
it.
loved Goose too. I'm putting that out there.
That's why her consoling was not very effective. She's telling him that Goose was lame.
Does that really happen?
No, that's not-
You're thinking of a lame duck.
Come on.
That's the problem.
Oh boy, these Brad jokes in here. Ooh,
I gotta, I swing and I
Gotta
miss.
pop a couple
you're
off.
getting them out here.
Well, some of these are bunts.
You gotta pop a couple off.
Popping and locking. So something really bad happens
Something-
where
yeah.
the Russians are coming and Maverick has to go into the flight.
Yeah, there's some incident
He's Top Gun.
back with his carrier where they're the Russians are being even crazier, and you're the only one that's flown against their planes already, which happened.
But he's like, I'm not doing it.
he's like, I gave up piloting years ago.
and then seconds later he's like, I'm gonna do it.
yeah, he's just like, send me in, coach.
It's a quick reversal.
And he has a photo of Goose inside of his little pilot.
Yeah, so he gets a
thing, I
new
think.
Rio, which is the backseat guy.
Okay.
And
A new wingman,
Yeah.
which is Magic and/or Merlin and/or Tim Robbins.
Yeah, something like that. And so then he
Who's just as tall as Goose, so it's the right fit. It's the perfect.
so then he flies with
Really, really
Iceman
neat.
at the end, and
Yeah, they have to put their issues away for the better.
They have to acknowledge
for the better cause.
that they're both great pilots
Uh-huh.
and be awesome together to
In bed.
kill. Oh, well, yeah. That's
and
how
in volleyball.
and in volleyball. I don't know if they have to shoot down some Russian planes.
Oh, they
or-
blow up a lot of
Do
Russian
they?
planes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and I bet some generic.
Generic plane explosion
yeah,
footage.
Yeah, and then we lose some, they lose some.
Yeah.
But Maverick and Iceman hold strong, and they totally destroy.
That sounds right.
I still don't really get what the Russians are doing in particular.
I don't know.
They've got sweet black helmets. They're evil. They're every time they show them in a cockpit, it looks like a person from Star Wars,
Yeah.
like one of the black stormtroopers.
Yeah, it has to do with it's in Eastern Bloc Europe where there's some no-fly zone and the Russians have violated it because they're trying to take it over
okay.
the country or something. So it's
Really?
They're trying to attack.
It was the
something.
80s. That's everything
It's
that
like-
happened in the 80s.
It's 5 years until the USSR crumbles
Yeah.
completely.
The Russians were doing bad things. What more do you want, Andy?
Yep.
What more do you want?
Gotta blow up those Ruskies, bruh.
Yeah. I feel like though we don't normally go against the Russians in actual fights.
I mean,
We try to go through the UN and stuff like that.
The Russians were a legitimate villain in movies.
Yeah, for a
that
long
was a
time.
Thing. Think
No.
about Rocky. He fought Dolph Lundgren. He was a Russian.
Well, he was
Remember
Not
Red
actually
Dawn? We fought some Russians in that one.
What's that movie where like battles are settled by these giant mech robots? They fight one-on-one.
Robot Jocks?
Yes,
That was a
Robot
Russian.
Jocks. That's a Russian.
Oh.
Get
Yeah.
on board.
Heard
Get
of
on board
this.
with Robot Jocks.
Never heard of
that
it.
movie's amazing.
Yeah. I love Robot Jocks. I could talk about that movie.
When did
at a
that come
later
out?
date.
Oh man,
1992, maybe?
Wow.
was it?
Yeah, it was a
I would've
Stuart
assumed
Gordon
it was
movie.
80s.
It
Wow.
used stop motion
Yep,
animation
stop
for
motion
robots.
for the robots, and it's bonkers.
It's a wonderful film.
It's sort of like the original version of
Pacific Rim.
Yeah, exactly.
It's also
That's
it's also Gladiator, where like one country pits their robot against the other robot, and they fight for wars. That's how
international
wars are
disputes
settled.
are settled. Is like one
the
robot
robot
versus
wars.
one robot, and everyone watches.
That's kind of cool.
It's really cool.
Really, really good movie.
Movie's awesome.
I think that I think the name. I'm pulling back on it. I think the main character was named Steve Armstrong, but that sounds too awesome to be true.
It
that
does sound pretty awesome.
That's right.
It sounds plausible.
Johnny Dickstorm. Well, all right.
With a name like that, of course he fights.
Well, I gotta see that one.
We thought we'd fix it in the edit, but that just stayed on the page and no one changed it.
Oh boy.
There's a dick storm coming.
In more ways than one. Coming this summer. Johnny Dickstorm 3.
I can go see that movie.
So let's end this movie. What happens? End it for me.
I think
they win.
They land back on the carrier, then Iceman and Maverick do a high five.
you were
freeze frame.
gonna say Gooseman.
Yeah, I was gonna say Gooseman.
Luis Guzman.
I love him.
She was in this movie. But yeah, Iceman and Maverick do like a high five, and it like freeze frames on them high fiving in their flight suits.
Uh-huh.
And
That's
then
it.
Kind of like
credits roll.
End movie.
like Breakfast Club
We
style.
beat the
Yeah,
Russians.
yeah, they beat the Russians, and then they're Top Guns together.
They're both a Top Gun. But you think they're gonna have another
Two Top
standoff.
Guns?
And then Michael Ironsides calls him and says, "I knew you were both the best."
No, they just have like a mutual agreement. Like
Yeah.
Iceman goes to shake the hand first. He concedes the battle, and the Maverick's like, "All right, this guy's cool.
Yeah.
So does
Let's high
that?
five."
I think they do have like a moment before they fly on the mission where Iceman basically says like,
No, Iceman comes at him hard at the end.
does he?
Like he's gonna punch him.
"Ooh,
But then he doesn't.
oh,"
And he kisses him on the lips.
right on the
Dicks.
lips.
Right on the dick lips.
He's like,
Mwah.
oh yeah.
I was gonna say dick.
this an
but then
X-rated episode?
We've been saying a lot of dirty things. It might as well be. The volleyball scene alone is gonna put us into the X rating.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Luckily, there's no agency that rates podcasts yet, except ourselves.
Yeah.
Say, just have to
It's
have that
self-rated.
explicit stamp on iTunes.
We'll get the little
Right.
E. Not on this one. All you 8-year-olds got an earful of.
all our 8-year-old fans out there.
They got an earful
They
of those
learned a lot
volleyball
today.
scenes.
They learned a lot today.
I saw this movie when I was a younger kid. It's good for you.
Yeah. I mean, I was really young when I saw this the first time. I just
was
saw it on
dope.
TV.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
awesome. It had the F-14 in it, which was my favorite plane. Of course, I was going to watch this movie all day, every day.
Maverick's just cool.
Yeah.
He's just so cool. That's why he's still a Halloween costume, man. You know you're good if you're still that.
Yeah. Can I retry the theme song again?
Yeah,
I like butchered it in the first part.
sure.
It goes do 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 do
Maverick flying.
I'm waiting for you to start doing the Mogwai song.
And then he beats the Russians.
That's beautiful.
It's a long cruise, was it, sailor?
It's too long.
What'd you want to do? Just drop right down on the tile and go for it?
I actually had this counter in mind.
Great, that would be very, very comfortable, yeah.
It could be. Actually, I came in here to save you from making a big mistake with that older guy.
Really? So I could go on to a bigger one with a young guy like yourself?
Maybe. No?
I've got to be at work very early in the morning.
What are you doing?
Welcome back to part 2 of the Great Balls of Fire podcast. We watched Top Gun.
I thought we might have watched like a Jerry Lewis movie or something. Jerry Lee Lewis.
The two songs I forgot in the first part were Great Balls of Fire and
Take My Breath Away. That song has a good bass line.
It does.
Did this movie take your breath away, guys?
It kind of did. It was beautiful. It was well shot.
It is well
Tony
shot.
Scott knows how to shoot a film. That's for
It's-
dang sure.
yeah.
I will readily agree to all of that.
It's impressive seeing all of the the wide shots of the carriers. and
Anamorphic. Everything
Yes.
anamorphic.
Yeah.
Let's see everything.
This movie's gay. I just have to say it.
You can't say that.
You can't just say
You
that.
can't say that.
This
You have to
isn't-
say homoerotic.
Yeah, this isn't the year 2000.
You can't
Andy.
call
you can't
things
just
gay.
say that now.
You can't. You have to I have to bleep it.
Really?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
All right. Well, it's homoerotic then.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
no.
yeah.
I'd call it just straight up sexy.
Yeah,
Because man, everyone wants to bang.
that's
And
true.
And when that happens, that's a sexy movie.
Yeah,
Man or woman.
this movie's just a feast for the eyes.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
it's like a Prince song. You know. You can't help but just feel the eroticism, whether you're a man or a woman.
Yeah. It's
Bang 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 bang.
It's-
bang.
it's very-
Are you okay, Andy?
I'm not
Bang,
gonna,
bang,
I'm gonna
bang.
have to put this out there. This movie is also very rapey.
Yeah.
I don't
It
know.
is extremely rapey.
Not for 90s.
think
It's
it's
not
that
90s rapey.
rapey,
It's
but-
2017 rapey for sure.
Yeah.
This was like playful and cute in the 90s.
Really?
Oh yeah.
He
Girls
walked into a
wanted to be
girl's
teased.
bathroom in this movie.
That's called
and
being
followed
forward.
a girl.
That's showing
into a
initiative.
bathroom.
He's peacocking. He's playing the game.
That's bad even for the 80s.
I don't know. We've seen a lot of movies from the 80s. I do feel like this is pretty low on the not okay-o meter.
Ugh.
It was fine.
Was it?
Sure.
Was it, though?
Yeah. They were just flirting. She was flirting back.
I mean...
She says to him to sit down and they start talking.
I
you
didn't
know?
think about it until you mentioned it. Now I'm like, it kind of was.
There were
little
times where I was just going, oh, don't do that. There were like 4 or 5 times where I was like, ooh, that's not good.
That is not okay.
Goose kept talking up, like everyone kept talking up about Maverick's like conquests.
Yeah.
He just like goes around banging ladies all the time. But I doubt he like has. I bet he's still a virgin. I bet it's all talk. I bet all of it's talk.
Yeah.
The first time he has sex is with that
Is
girl
in
in
this
this
movie.
movie.
And he's like licking her lips, and that's it. Like,
There's a
it's
lot of-
kind of weird. It's not quite like.
There's French kissing in this movie, and it's like I don't like seeing like a tongue first shadow kiss.
It was
It's
like-
uncomfortable.
Yeah, it was goopy. Like,
Don't use that word.
yeah.
Andy, don't use
Look,
that word.
I gotta describe it accurately
No.
for everyone listening. That's what this scene was, and it made me
No.
uncomfortable.
Everyone just turn the podcast off. You can't say
we
that
talked
word.
a lot about a lot of lower leg in part 1, but that really that was it for me.
there wasn't like in that sex scene though. There wasn't like any lower leg. It was just all back.
Yeah.
It was only back.
And silk sheets and
You could
wafting
tell-
curtains and blue light.
Or I was gonna say you could tell it was an '80s movie because like they're having sex in a blue room. It's like Highlander has the same sex scene.
Man, wait, I can't wait till we get to
Can
Highlander.
we go through a podcast without you bringing up
I'm so
Highlander?
excited to do Highlander just because I want
I
to hear
just
Andy.
edited one where you talked about it.
Well, eventually you're just gonna have to edit all of those clips together, and it'll be a Highlander episode.
Just put the Highlander episode together.
I
for
think it's
moments.
better if we drag it out as long as possible. When we're old men and end the podcast, then we'll do Highlander.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be the very last one we ever do. By then, you'll be like, "What?"
I don't
movie?
wanna talk
I have-
about it.
I have dementia. I don't remember that movie anymore.
Yeah, we'll wait till we all have dementia and literally cannot remember films. Anthony Edwards is the name I forgot of Goose.
Oh yeah.
Played by Goose.
Do you know Maverick's name?
Pete Mitchell?
Pete Mitchell. Yeah, I didn't even.
Oh, you
Did
meant
not
his
even
movie
know
name. I was
that.
like, his name's Tom Cruise, you dummy.
You dummy. You dum-dum. Tom Skerritt makes an appearance. You forgot that he was in the film.
Yep.
He's Viper. Mm-hmm.
What other things is Tom Skerritt in? Like what's
Alien.
other? Oh yeah. Yeah, he is an alien.
Yeah.
That's the one I, yeah.
He's also a dad in some movie that I can't remember,
Really?
where he gives like his daughter something, and I just can't remember this movie.
Wow, that's
A movie
the
where
most
a dad
detailed
He's got a
plot
tuxedo.
ever.
Daughter.
He's got a tuxedo. He gives his daughter a present
At like a wedding or something?
at
He's-
like
if
a
he's in
wedding or
tuxedo,
something.
I assume.
Yeah, he just looks nice.
Okay.
I don't remember a lot of Tom Skerritt films. Alien's the big one.
yeah. Okay,
This
that is a big one.
This is what we remember about Tom Skerritt.
No, very little. But Michael Ironside, we got
Oh,
him,
yeah.
and
Yep.
he was great. What was his call sign?
Jester.
Yeah,
That's
baby.
right. That's right.
That was good.
Yeah.
Great calls. What was your favorite call sign? Wolfman?
I mean,
Wolfman's sweet. Sundown, I think, was my favorite.
oh, Sundown's
Because he had
pretty
that
good.
sweet helmet. It was like a Japanese-inspired helmet with like a rising sun on it.
Yeah.
Not okay today, but back then, real cool. Sundown.
I thought Merlin was a cool call sign, but he was a lame-o person.
He just reacted to stuff and screamed.
Yeah, he was barely in the movie. Merlin was Tim Robbins.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's in the
He-
beginning and in the end.
Yeah, and for most of the movie, he just has a helmet on. You can't even tell it's Tim Robbins.
I really hope, I assume all the lines when they're in the cockpits in the full helmet and mask are like all ADR. So all those shots are just them sitting in faux cockpits on a set, just like looking around with big eyes for like an hour. Like that was how they had to shoot that scene.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm sure they did have to shoot it like
And
that.
I was like that. I love the image of that. Like just like look real big eyes, and then just look around a lot, and then roll around in your seat a while.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's a lot of it just feels like it's a lot of like B footage or B roll or something like that. It's like, okay, now we need a bunch of shots of planes flying by for this sequence. Or
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I
That's
feel like
true.
some of that
Aircraft
stuff was
carrier.
like set up. I bet they do
Yeah,
that stuff all the
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
I'm sure those are like just real flight tests that they're just hooked up to sweet cameras to.
They talked about like
The
I
planes
think the
and
military was like at least the Navy was like very involved with this movie
Oh,
in
yeah.
terms of like
It
whatever
was
you
a
want,
recruiting
and
film.
it worked. It worked.
It was a recruitment film.
Yeah, they
Oh,
set up
yeah.
recruiting stations outside of theaters when they showed this, and they got like a huge spike.
I felt like I wanted to join.
I do. I wanted to fly the Tomcat, man. I'd get in there. Oh,
it is a very cool movie.
It is.
Yes.
Everyone
Even
in it's
though
so cool
the plot
too.
is rapey.
No,
Eh.
just the love, romance. They're
That's
not
true.
raping each other in the sky.
well, I
Well,
mean,
There was no sky rape.
You could argue in the last
at
scene.
the I was gonna say at the end there.
But she's into it. She gets worn down enough where it's where we as an audience feel okay with the rapiness.
And that's pretty SOP for the 80s. You wore them down enough. That is like the theme of the 80s romance novel.
just like Roadhouse.
Yeah.
You know.
Can we talk for a moment about the scene where he meets her at the bar for the first time?
Yeah.
The
Sure.
You Lost That Love and Feeling scene.
Yeah.
So
Summer
they're just-
lovin'.
All right. So they just take a microphone, like just off of a stage, and start singing to a girl.
Heck yeah, and everyone's in on it.
Yep.
It's yes and. It's like an improv troupe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a Navy thing. You just yes and it.
they like cornered that woman so she could not leave.
Of course, standard operating procedure.
Okay. Yeah,
that's part of the
it
move.
was some extreme intimidation if you were not into it. Like kudos for her for being like, get out of here, but like I feel like that is
She
not,
did.
again,
She said, "Get out of
not
here"
okay.
after the fact.
Well, yeah.
At first, she was like, "Sit down. Let's talk about this. I need to know more
Yeah.
about if
Well,
this
she
worked."
yeah,
or
she
not.
had to get all the other guys that were being bullying about it to sit down and
Tom Cruise is not a very good singer for that song.
That's
though.
what the point, though.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, it's
He's-
supposed to
okay.
be natural.
Yeah, he's like charmingly not good at it.
He's nonchalant.
Okay, that's fair.
He's supposed to be endearing.
yeah,
Okay, all right, I can see that.
but he was committed.
I'll give him that credit, but I don't give him credit for the very next scene where he follows her into the bathroom.
Bam, 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 bam.
Based on this part two so far, this movie consists solely of shots of planes flying around and guys going into girls' bathrooms. And I think that's an accurate depiction of this film.
That's just a little. It's just the beginning.
Brad, you
So
can
much
stay out
more
of this. Me
happened.
and Andy
They
are
go to
talking about
flight
bathrooms,
school.
okay?
They sit in chairs and talk about planes and.
Okay, I got another thing that I want to talk about then.
Okay.
Can we talk about, once they finally do agree to go on a date, can we talk about that date for a moment? So,
It's at her house.
what happens is they agree to meet up at her house, I think.
Yeah, it's for sure.
When
her
he
house.
gets there, the first thing he says is, I need to take a shower in your bathroom.
Well, he just got done playing sexy volleyball with all
No!
those sexy boys.
No, you shower at your own house and then show up to a date.
That's flirtatious. You guys are making mountains out of... You're making rape mountains out of rape molehills.
I feel ridiculous because this did not occur to me until now.
What is that about?
That he shows up for their first date and just says, I need to take
Hashtag rape molehill if you're on my side. Hashtag rape mountain if you're on Andy's side. Do it.
That's the kind of
Do
hashtags
it.
you want associated with your brand.
This has got to be the strangest first date. I'm sure there's really strange first dates, but he shows up to her house. The first thing he says is he needs a shower. He doesn't do that. They end up drinking champagne,
Well, he
and he
teases it at the
promptly ends the date by saying, I need to go home and shower.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is confusing.
She is into it. Did you see her? She was fawning.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna just take a quick shower while you're finishing up here.
Yeah, I do mind. I'm hungry.
Why?
She was like, oh, I wanted that guy to just tear me up.
Why?
Because the whole time by talking about how he has to shower so much, he's putting the image of him undressing.
She
in her
is
head.
good to go.
It's all subliminal.
whining
it's all
and dining
subliminal, Andy.
him.
You gotta make her think it.
There's give and take. It's not all just give.
Get
Wait,
her
or
undressing
all
you in her
just
mind's
take.
eye.
Oh man, I don't see, like, after this movie ends, I don't see that relationship working out for them at
Of course.
all.
It's like Speed.
Yeah, absolutely
You
not.
you can't start a relationship over dramatic circumstance.
Not gonna happen.
That's true.
Let's talk about his dad. That was something we didn't even think
Yeah,
about. in the
it
first
just-
part.
yeah.
So his dad was a fighter pilot who was the original best of the best.
And
Yeah.
all of this happens in their first date.
Yeah.
All of this is explained in the first
Yeah.
date.
They talk about that. Tom Skerritt used to fly with him back
Yep.
in like
Mm-hmm.
65 or something, which would have been what war?
Vietnam.
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 And
And
so
then-
I guess he died in
Well,
that
he got
war
like
too?
Yeah, well, there was like his
never
plane went down in
totally said,
Vietnam,
right?
and there's like the point of contention was it his dad's fault as a pilot, or
Oh.
was he shot down
Because he was
like,
as
something else?
aggressive as Maverick
Yeah,
is.
right.
He's a recluse.
That's
Fighter?
Wait, that was something I also kind of didn't feel like it needed to be in this movie.
Well,
I mean, I guess it's
sorta.
supposed to give him motivation for like why he's such a wild pilot, I guess, but I don't know.
I got that nice photo of his dad, and he's like
Yeah.
on top of him. They
He's
don't
just,
talk
like,
about
trying
his
to live
mom or
his
anything.
dad's dream, or live
He's
up
living
to
in
his
his dad's
dad.
shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's exactly what it is.
But Tom Skerritt's like, you're better than your dad.
that's what Top Gun means, right? Better than Tom Cruise's dad.
Yeah. That's why they started in 1969, 4 years after his dad died.
They were like, in memoriam, who flies better than he did?
Takes place in the Indian Ocean. We never really said that outright.
No.
There are no Russians in this movie.
That's true.
Yeah.
There's no explicit Russians. It's just based off encounters that we may or may not have had that are classified.
Yeah, it's supposed to be just sort of like generic
the,
Eastern Bloc
Things said, yeah.
country. They probably even like flash something on the screen that's like a made up sounding Eastern Bloc country.
They just have a star.
Yeah, just
That's how
a
you know
red
they're
star
evil.
on their helmet. Now, so for the ending sequence, I was trying to understand like why they engaged this star country, and
Well, we can talk about it. We want to jump right to the end?
well,
That's right. That's the last thing we talked
Look,
about.
in Andy's mind, he's covered when he meets the girl and goes to the bathroom. He covered the first date. All that's left is the end of this
I
movie.
want to talk about them playing volleyball in jeans.
Okay,
Can we
okay.
get there first?
yes, we can get there first.
All right, let's go there, Brad.
Before that,
Okay.
what does flying below the hard deck mean?
The
Because Tom Cruise and Goose fail a mission because
think
they
it's a
fly
position-
below
it's
the
like a
hard
sex
the
deck.
flight deck, when you're doing a flight exercise, you have a hard deck, which is supposed to be the pretend ground level. So the idea is that this way, like you pretend that this is where ground is.
But Jester flew below
And
that.
that's why you were not supposed to fly below that. It's cheating because in reality, the idea is that you would be flying below the ground.
But Jester flew below the ground.
Yeah. He cheated.
He cheated.
But then they got docked for those points, didn't they?
Yeah.
Like, Maverick and
then
Goose.
they cheated.
Well, how is it their fault?
Right. It was.
That's what's upsetting.
It was weird.
Because they
Kind
kind of
you went below the hard deck, Maverick,
and
I'm
then
like,
I was
wait.
just trying to win.
Yeah.
And Iceman and his Slider. What was his? I think it was Slider.
Yeah. That's right.
They're always winning. They're always the top gun. They're always outpacing Maverick and
All
Goose.
they do is win.
And I forgot that this movie had like a tournament element to it, which excited me once I realized
Oh.
it.
It needs a competition.
But I wish they were like, but the thing is, you only get points if you win. So there's only even like an Iceman and Slider keep winning, so it's like all the other teams don't matter.
Yeah. It's a tie for second.
Yeah.
An all-way tie for second.
It's such a bummer. I wanted to see like a sweet competition. I want to see Sundown go
we
out
talked
there.
about a little bit about they get points in Top Gun school and they're trying to be the best. But yeah, it is kind of a weird scoring system. Yeah, that's what. So the hard deck is just the pretend ground level in a flight exercise.
Okay, so they fail that part, but they still get to kill Michael Ironside.
Yeah, and that's all that he really wanted to do.
As that guy who was in the air traffic controller leaves, he's complaining that his coffee got spilled. He just screams out, "I want some butts!"
He does.
I wrote that down.
Listen, I said this movie's gay, and that was not a. I wasn't
can't
saying it
say
as a
that
bad
word.
thing. Whoa. I was not saying it as a bad thing. But this movie,
I want some butts.
in my defense,
I assume what he's meaning. He wants to like get people in trouble for this. Like he wants is what I'm thinking. I think it's a metaphor.
You and your snot-nosed jockeys did a flyby on my tower at over 400 knots. I want somebody's butt. I want it now. I've had it. God damn it! That's twice. I want some butts.
no, I think he literally wanted some
I think he
butts.
wanted
and they,
some butts.
They couldn't shoot that
Like,
sequence.
You know what?
like when you want some butts, you just straight up say,
All right,
"I want some butts."
You're probably right. I think you're right.
yeah.
Goose's one-liners were really good.
Yeah.
They'd always linger on a scene, and
Goose-
Goose would just say something
Goose is just
really
the best
funny
all the time, which is why
Speaking
it's so
of
tragic.
yeah, speaking of endearing, you really feel for Goose.
Oh yeah.
I forgot that. I
He's
liked
my favorite
Goose.
character in this movie.
You even get like a wife and a kid in the mix to make you feel even worse when he dies.
I will say though about all of the one-liners, the entire movie. Like anytime there was like bros like arguing with other bros, like Maverick and Goose arguing with Iceman and Slider,
Yeah.
whatever.
Slinky.
I think it's Slider.
Every single scene just felt like dudes being dudes all the time. It was
broing out.
That's the idea.
It's
yeah.
a bro movie.
Yeah.
like
You crack
all the
a brew.
dialogue.
You
All the
hang out
dialogue
with
is
your
so
bro.
irrelevant. It's just guys arguing with other guys about who's the best guy.
Yeah.
This might be the movie that completely fails the Bechdel test on like every single level. There are two women in this movie. Meg Ryan. Oh, they do talk, but they still talk about guys, so it does fail technically.
true.
There's two women in this entire movie.
There might be only two women in this whole world that Top Gun's made up, and that's why it's the most homoerotic movie.
That's why. That's why Goose was. That's why Maverick was a virgin before.
Yeah, they just
There
talk
was
about
no-
that to make their egos
And
feel
Goose
better.
was the luckiest guy because he married the only other woman.
and had the only child in existence.
Can we talk about Meg Ryan's hair for a moment?
I loved everything Meg Ryan. I loved it.
Yep.
I loved her
Even her
shoulders. I
mullet.
loved her mullet.
Well, yeah.
I loved her funny laugh.
Hey, you're all about mullets. What are you talking about over there?
I want to
That's
marry
true.
Meg Ryan. I want to do it. Set it up. Meg, you and me. We'll go anywhere you want.
She's great. She's wonderful. Her
I'll
hair
marry
was
you right
on a next level.
It was something.
it was ready to fly off on its own.
Could have used more screen time. They got some
Yeah.
really high-class actors to play supporting roles in this movie.
Yeah.
It is kind of strange.
It's early on in a lot of those people's careers, like Tim Robbins and
Somewhat,
Meg
yeah.
Ryan. That's pretty early on for them.
Man, they broke out real hard. Mm-hmm. And they probably made some movies before that, too, that were really good. I'm just not thinking of them.
Mm-hmm.
Joe vs. the Volcano came out before this, I think.
I was trying to think of what Val,
That came out a couple years after.
Okay.
I was trying to think of Val
you know.
Kilmer. I'm like, he had,
Oh, Val Kilmer had Willow
in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, but that was much later.
and Top Secret.
Top Secret, yes, he did have that one.
You want to talk about those jeans?
Oh yeah, the jeans
Yeah.
on the volleyball.
Why
do
why
it.
is Tom Cruise wearing jeans?
That looks so uncomfortable.
There's
and
so
the
much
sand's
sand
gonna get
everywhere.
in there.
No
and-
wonder he needs a shower.
Yeah.
There's sand in every crevice up in that Tom Cruise jean business.
It was weird. It was weird.
But Slider's looking swole.
Oh, dang.
He's
dog.
looking swole.
He was definitely flexing a lot.
Yeah. He was.
If you look at the very last shot when they show him and put his name underneath it, he's actually just flexing.
Yeah, that's just
Yeah.
that's his end
his
credits shot was him flexing, and it was great.
it was.
And everyone like starts as like a jerk, and then like they win over. Like Maverick wins them over. Even Sliders at the end's like, "That was a sweet move, man. That was the best thing I'd ever seen a fighter pilot do. Let's go make out in the kitchen after this."
I'd have you as my wing butt buddy.
Hey, come on.
That's what they call them in the Navy, Brad. That's just
in the
military
Navy.
terms. It's
Oh.
military terms.
I am so singled out on this episode.
Oh, really? Oh, really, Brad?
I feel singled out. I feel like I'm being ganged up on.
Brad,
Much like all the men in this
I was gonna
movie
say,
want to
Brad,
gang up on each
until-
other.
Until we follow you into the bathroom, you have nothing to complain about, okay?
Listen, in that elevator scene when she
That
was trying
was
to
erotic. She was looking so good, though.
with that hat on, are
With that
you
hat on
serious?
and that leather jacket and
Okay.
that white t-shirt.
But she said in that scene,
She
like,
was looking
I don't.
fine.
She said, I don't date students, and then he literally, like, cornered her in the elevator, put his arm against the wall, and was like,
So
that's okay, or something like that.
for whatever reason,
That's a little creepy.
this movie goes like all in on like 4 scenes that all kind of tell the same story back to back to back to back, and it's just of them
This,
yeah.
and just him slowly wearing her down.
I know, that's what it is. He just presses the harassment element a little too much, and it eventually works somehow.
because it's
Don't
80s.
listen, guys. Don't do that.
Boy. Oh my gosh.
You need to respect women. This is what Tom Cruise or Maverick needs to learn how to get through into his head. But in fairness, she's the only woman in existence other than Meg Ryan.
If that's the move you got, that's the move you're gonna go with.
Right. The hard sell.
That's all you
He's
got.
been around guys so long that he doesn't know
He doesn't
that that's
know.
not okay.
He can't turn it off. All the guys are reciprocating. This is
Yeah.
the only time he's ever been rejected.
Yeah, this movie is a coming of age story about a gay man and his best friend. After he loses best friend, he's like, maybe I'll try women for a summer. That's what this movie's about.
Gonna experiment a little bit, you know. His wild years.
So Iceman has valid points
He
throughout this
does.
entire movie.
He was okay.
Maverick shouldn't be
He's
flying
like,
a plane.
Yeah, Iceman's like, here's how
100%.
you be an awesome pilot and be safe at the same time,
Yeah.
Maverick.
He's doing it correctly.
He really is the better pilot.
He's winning the Top Gun.
and being safe.
yeah.
See, well, I want to question that for a second, just because I don't remember how this played out. But did Iceman have anything to do with Goose's death?
Not directly.
When
He
their
was there, but
when their
he didn't
plane
do
like
anything.
spun out of control because they were kind of
was it their
wingmanning each
wait?
other.
What was it called?
The jet wash.
The jet wash.
Yeah,
it Iceman's jet wash?
jet wash, but
So
yeah.
can you talk to me about jet wash for a second?
So jet wash is the turbulence created at the back of
a fighter jet
engine.
specifically?
And no, just
Any
all
airplane.
all jet engines create jet
All
wash.
jet engines.
That's why it's called jet wash and not fighter jet wash, Brad.
Is
Andy,
fighter
don't you
jet
mean
wash different?
chemtrails?
Well, that too, of course.
So was the jet wash that green stuff in the lake when Goose died? What was that green stuff?
Yeah, what was that?
What was
green
that green
stuff?
stuff?
That was just the wiper fluid for the plane.
Was
so
that the
when they have
secret-
bugs on their windshield, they go.
I thought it was the secret of the ooze.
So go
No,
back.
the green stuff in the water is a dye that's activated by water when
So you
someone
can
falls
find
in the
them.
water.
That's
So, yeah,
smart.
so you can see them.
That's
for
actually
search and
very
rescue.
smart. I like that you had a justification for that. So their engines blow out because of the jet wash. Somehow.
Yeah, they like stall out or something.
They stall out and then they start to spin out of control.
They just go all crazy.
Yeah.
And then Maverick Goose just jumps early. He hits his thing too early or
Yeah,
it
I thought
malfunctions.
it seemed like the canopy malfunctioned. Like the canopy's supposed to blow
Open,
first,
it
and it only
doesn't.
sort of did. And
Because there's a quick.
It didn't shoot off.
and
like,
he
Yeah.
quick
cleared
enough.
the way for Maverick. And Goose was like, "I'll get it out of here."
So did he die on impact of that, or did he die because he didn't hit his parachute and fell to the ground?
No, I
don't know
think
if
he
they're clear,
died on
but
impact.
I think he died on impact.
I think what happened was the seat ejected him right into the canopy, and he probably like
broke his neck.
snapped his neck or hit his
Yeah.
head really
man.
bad or something.
That's why they call it a gooseneck.
Mm-hmm.
boy. So inappropriate. So inappropriate.
Wow, buddy. We were just talking about how great Goose is. You got to bring that. You got to really.
Yeah, so Maverick gets out. Oh, man, Goose dying is so sad.
Brad's
It's
over
so
here like
sad.
collecting himself.
I was
after
honestly taken aback
Oh.
because I knew it was coming.
It is so tragic.
I've seen this movie.
He's like my
but
favorite
it didn't
character,
matter.
and it always hurts every time equally.
It's so
He is a
sad.
great character.
Yeah.
It's so sad. Maverick just wanted to win. He just wanted it too much. Goose was like, "Hey, buddy, lay off. I know I got a wife and kid, pal.
Goose was like,
How about we make
let's
it
take
through?"
it back a notch. Iceman was like, hey, take it back a notch.
And Maverick's like-
Ironsides was like, hey, take it back a notch. And
Maverick's
he
like,
didn't
I'll
listen.
go full 3 notches forward instead.
He's like, look, have you heard of me? I'm a maverick, like John McCain.
And here's what really upsets me.
Okay, here it comes.
is it when he follows her into the bathroom?
No,
No, that upset me.
This is worse than that. He gets almost rewarded for doing all of these reckless things because they don't kick him out.
Nope.
They just like move him along. They graduate him.
Yep.
Put him back to wherever he wants to go. He goes back to the original cruiser. This guy should not be in the Navy.
Like,
he should
He
not
doesn't-
be there.
He doesn't
He
really
is
have
bad.
discipline.
Yeah.
He is not good. He gets rewarded for all these mistakes.
Yeah.
They keep talking about how great of a pilot he is. He's not a great pilot.
And even at the end, like
So upsetting.
Iceman's like, I'll fly with
That's
you any
not
day.
true.
And I'm like,
Iceman's so much better.
Look, I need you to keep telling him it's being unsafe. You're
You
the
do.
only other pilot that can be like, I'm better than you, and I fly safely.
Iceman,
so-
you are the voice of reason. You're saying the right things.
Yeah.
Don't encourage this. And
Iceman
he's-
should have been
and
Top
he's-
Gun.
In the end of the movie, Tom Cruise is like, I'm going to go back and teach other fighter pilots. He should no.
Yeah, he's going to be spreading his
No.
terrible habits to,
Yeah.
to impressionable young Top Gunners.
Yeah, it's like if a teacher cheated to get the test passed, and then he gets a job. You can't trust this teacher.
That's true.
Oh, man.
That was more upsetting than the ladies' bathroom thing, because Goose was the cost of it.
You put that
he killed
so
my
succinctly,
goose.
and I like it.
He killed my goose.
Oh boy, I've learned a lot about this movie. Just
Unforgiven.
How do you guys feel about Top Gun 2?
I saw that
Yeah.
within like the last 2 days from today.
Is it going to be
which
as
is-
rapey as my question?
Well, the only thing I saw is Tom Cruise confirmed that there will most likely be a volleyball beach scene
Oh,
in
yeah.
the second one.
I mean, it's a
I
given.
mean, this is why the only reason why this movie is great is because of that beach scene. That's the one reason.
I
it's
thought-
probably going to be about him being a teacher at Top
yeah,
Gun
like
school.
Yeah, that would
I've
be
been
good.
guessing he's in like the Michael Ironsides role.
That
in
would
this
make
one.
sense. And he's like trying to tell the other like reckless pilot, I used to be just
Oh
like
man,
you.
yeah, he's like, let
But
me
I-
Then
explain
that
that will
cost.
it'll
Lessons.
save him.
me
And
tell
he
you the
can even
costs.
say, guys, also as a general rule, don't follow women into the bathroom.
I know it worked for me, and we're married now, but
What if it's Goose's son? Oh, it should be Goose's
boy.
That'd be
son.
so. That would be so
Oh.
Independence
To
Day
be-
too.
it would be
It
would be
needs
a
to
little
be
Independence Day
Goose's
too.
son.
It would be also any other movie.
What if there was also another pilot next to Goose's son who was some big name actor, and they gave him all the good lines, and Goose's son was a dumb character, and then now
And
it's
also
also
a bad
Independence Day
actor.
too.
That's Independence Day too.
Yeah. Okay. So are we ready to talk about the end
I
here?
have a few more things.
Okay. I'm
But
excited.
yeah,
I'm learning a
we're-
lot.
We're right
from
at
this
the
discussion,
end.
Yeah, lay it on me.
Okay. Take Me to Bed or Lose Me Forever. I thought that was a sexy line.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
That was a sexy line. Meg Ryan's like,
Meg Ryan said it,
says
and
to-
then
to Goose.
what's the girl's name?
Kelly McGillis.
Yeah, she ends up saying it to Tom Cruise
Yeah.
later.
And that's when you know the Stockholm Syndrome is fully set in. She is ready to go. That's Maverick's go button.
She can't even think for herself. She has to steal other lines.
And they had already
No,
had,
that's what I felt
Yeah,
too.
that's
I
true, too.
felt that she was stealing a line. I was just like, do you believe that?
and they'd already had sex at this point. So
So far,
I
their
mean,
entire
to be fair,
relationship.
Goose also did with his wife, and she still said it. So I mean,
yeah, but that's sexy because it's coming out of Meg Ryan's voice.
Hey, Goose, you big stud!
That's me, honey.
Take me to bed or lose me forever.
Show me the way home, honey.
They had good chemistry, Goose and Meg Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, everybody.
They were so
Everybody
again,
was great.
They were so
And they were
believable
only
as
in
a
for, like,
unit.
5
and-
minutes of the whole
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, so good.
Oh, I just wanted to quickly say that the volleyball scene wasn't set up at all. It just kind of came out of nowhere and then ended.
Yeah.
And it was the reason why he was late on the date. But, like, I would have liked a little more setup to that volleyball scene. I want to know what the stakes are.
They gotta be like-
who's going to win? What do you get when you win?
Michael Ironsides is like, and now the Top Gun volleyball tournament for more points for who's going to be Top Gun. You better
Yeah.
win the volleyball game.
I wanted to, see,
And then
to
Iceman
put something
just
on the
wins.
line.
That song though that you sang in part 1, playing with the boys. That song was incredible.
That is a homoerotic song.
It's so good.
It's so homoerotic.
Oh, yeah.
But it is wonderful.
It was the right song.
Speaking of music,
Playing with the boys.
can you guys tell me how many times they played Highway to the Danger Zone?
I felt they played it twice, but there was
is my
also a
thought.
little bit of a jingly, like they didn't play
I'm
the
counting
full,
that
the full
too. I'm
thingy.
counting
Okay.
that too.
So that was 3 then, right?
4 times.
4 times?
4 times. I thought it was
Four
just
ti- They
3.
played it 3 times with the lyrics,
And then
one
one time with
with
the little
just the music.
The music.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, this is the time when movies really milked the song.
They,
I
got,
think,
they,
like-
they got their theme
I think
song
they
for the
played
movie.
Every Breath They Take for like 10 minutes straight during those scenes of Kelly McGillis and Tom Cruise talking.
that's also
it was
pretty
just like
true.
nonstop, take my breath away.
In the ladies' room?
It just, no, after that. After that.
Can we talk
There
about
was
that
no song in
time
the
when
ladies'
he
room. That scene doesn't need to be in the film. I'll
No, it
admit
doesn't.
I'll admit it. It doesn't help anybody.
Oh, boy.
It doesn't help any of the characters. The relationship would have been
All he
established just
said-
from the bar scene.
What I thought was happening, which in my head makes a lot more sense, I thought that when she walked away from him after he sang that song, she went to a table to talk to an older gentleman. Then she walked to the bathroom, and he followed her into the bathroom, and I thought what happened there was he realized that she's an officer in the
No,
Air
she's not,
Force.
though.
Doesn't happen.
And, well, no, or whatever she was.
Yeah.
That she was connected to the Air Force and he just made a fool of himself. So he walked into the ladies' room to apologize or something like that. And I was like,
No.
maybe that makes
No.
more sense than him just following her
just
into the
lays on
bathroom
more
to
game.
continue. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, instead he's just a creeper.
In my head, I was like, okay, this makes more sense.
Right.
But
She
it
flirts
didn't.
with them a little bit.
I know,
A little
but
bit.
in 2017,
It's
that's
not
not
okay,
going to
Brad.
work.
little bit.
No means no.
I know, but she didn't, she was teasing.
Oh, how was she dressed, Brad?
I forget.
was she asking for?
No, she wasn't asking for it, but she
You
ma-
saw
made-
the way she was wearing that baseball hat
Well,
in the elevator.
So this is not going to help my case. But there's a line, and the way she deliver it helps my case. But the line itself is not good. She says to him when he walks in, "What are we gonna do? Just have your way with me on the floor of the bathroom?" And he's like, "No, I think I'll do it on the sink."
Yeah, no, well,
but
there was
like-
like a table,
but-
and he was like, "This might do."
Yeah, he was checking it for sturdiness.
Yeah.
because he's just gonna destroy a table somehow. But she does do
all
the first
four,
line
4
about
feet 9 inches of him.
the line is about, doing it on the bathroom floor, and it's a fun, playful line, but it could also be like, what are we going to just have sex on the bathroom floor? It could be delivered like that,
yeah,
too.
yeah.
So,
All you got to do is
context
go
is
back
not
to
on
the
my
next
side.
Karate Kid. You get the same scene with that context of
yeah,
it being a
you-
little rapey.
You do get
Yeah,
it.
you
do
really
get
do.
You
It
get
is
movie.
You
the
do get
same
it.
scene.
It is. It is.
True. Except
Not
in that,
good.
Except in that movie, they're even younger. They're in like
Yeah.
high school, and that's
Yeah.
even worse.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Playing with the boys. Oh, no.
Sometimes you don't want to.
They're actual boys in
That
that
Michael
one.
Ironsides, wherever he
Yeah,
goes,
he's
is
the connection.
It's like every movie that he's in. Go watch Highlander 2. There's got to be a bathroom rape scene in there.
Starship Troopers.
probably is.
I mean, oh boy.
Okay, let's finish.
All right,
finish
let's get
off.
it. Let's nail it.
Let's finish this off.
Okay.
The end of the film. Goose is dead.
So,
Oh, yeah.
Tom Cruise is a mopey Tom Cruise.
Right. I just want to talk about the final battle that's going on in the setup to it. So
Yeah.
in my head, what's going on is they graduated from Top Gun school.
Yes.
They get a letter at this graduation saying they have a mission.
And everyone's complimenting Tom Cruise on being such a great pilot for some reason.
They're trying
like,
to all
make his
cheer him
spirit
up, but it's like you're
He's
just
a bad,
encouraging
you're,
his bad
you're just,
behavior.
This isn't great. He needs to not. I thought for some reason he rejected the Top Gun-ish lifestyle,
Right.
And later had to come back to it, but he never does that. he just skates around it.
Right.
And
he
just
was
goes
kind
with
of,
the flow.
He
Yeah.
was contemplating it. He showed up very late to the graduation, but he still showed up.
yeah.
Yeah.
They were kind of wondering if he would.
And he did. There was no conflict with him there. I mean, it was
Yeah.
on his face that there was, but he still goes on with the graduation.
So I want you guys to correct me if I'm wrong about this ending.
You're wrong.
Okay.
So
So Strickland sets it up. I think you missed that exposition.
Yes. Well, I get that. I think what was going on is they received some information that hear me out. They received some information that some planes were flying by to do some mission, and the mission was to intercept them and fight them in the sky.
Incorrect.
What was going on?
There was a stranded naval carrier out in the ocean. Those MiG planes had a missile that was specifically designed to destroy aircraft carriers, and it was a sitting duck. So that's why duck goose. Duck goose.
Oh,
I made a
wow.
connection.
Ooh.
And that's why they sent Iceman and Hollywood to go intercept the MiGs.
Okay, like your version of events is more plausible than
Correct.
the actual movie. The movie is just sort of like, oh no, somehow this we like have this
How
carrier
does a
in the middle
carrier
of
get
nowhere.
stranded?
This
Plus,
missile will
also
blow
carriers
everything
have
up.
planes on them. They just have like bad pilots. They're like, I don't know
Okay,
how any
so
of these
Mr.
planes
Strickland
work.
says that the thing is stranded. So no more explanation needed.
It's need to know, Andy, and you don't need to know.
It's stranded and it doesn't know how to drive anymore.
That's classified, son.
And those planes, they put some stakes on it. If those planes would get within 100 feet of the aircraft carrier, it's toast. So there's like
Is it really
100
feet?
100 miles.
That's
okay.
true.
100 miles,
Now
100
I
miles.
agree with
Yeah.
you. I do remember them talking about that. It's like he's 109 miles out or something like that.
Yeah.
That explanation isn't very good.
It's not, but it
it's
doesn't
sweet,
need
though.
to be really.
It adds up to a lot of sweet things.
Yeah, they just needed a reason to get get these planes fighting each other. So
Why not send Maverick's plane with the other two planes? Why not send a few more planes? There was a whole aircraft carrier full of planes.
They sent 2 planes.
There was like 5 planes when they landed and came back on the aircraft
Yeah, there's a
carrier
whole bunch of
visible.
them just sitting right there not being used. They're like all the other pilots left for Top Gun. They're gone.
So
that could be.
which one did they rescue that was stranded?
We never saw it.
It's just sort
was
of
just
some
said-
nebulous
God.
ship
It was
in
offhandedly said
somewhere,
in exposition by Mr. Strickland.
Oh boy, Andy, we just
That's so
this
frustrating.
movie just got ruined for Andy.
Well, I think it was
So-
ruined from the beginning.
Well, yeah.
It's been a long time since I've seen this movie, and I thought that like the ending was like kind
Yeah.
of like the what's
Behind
the movie?
Enemy Lines?
Yes.
Yeah,
Wow,
that's
how'd
exactly
you know that?
no, because that's exactly the same thought I had when I was going in.
I was like, it's got to be like that. They're rescuing someone and they're
Right.
fighting the Russians, but it wasn't really anything. It was
no.
just like, oh, we got 6 planes and we got 4 planes. Let's fight.
Yeah,
Then they tumble in the sky and they run off.
that's the most accurate description of the end.
Yeah.
The last 15 minutes of this movie.
Also, like that fight at the end, that's not the end of like the movie. Well, it's the end of Tom Cruise's movie, but like that implies like another big thing. Like that's a big incident. That's a huge,
they
huge
hand
incident.
wave even that part away at the end when they're like, you did a great job. All the news countries are talking about the great job you did, even though the other country says it never happened. Nope, no need to worry about
Yeah.
that anymore. No international crisis.
So everything came
Oh
up as
my
like
God.
classified.
they hand wave that away too.
Everything that they do is classified.
It's all classified. You don't get to, like it's the secret.
If that like, I mean, obviously you can't make that country Russia because we don't ever engage with Russia directly.
Right.
Like we never do that.
You have to make a generic
That's
Soviet Eastern Bloc.
There's an
country.
implication that we did do that, and that's what this movie's based on.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's never official. It's all,
Yeah, Andy,
Classified
the
information.
real
Okay,
guy
that's
that
kinda
Tom Cruise is
interesting.
based on
Yeah.
is sitting in his chair at home like, these idiots don't even know.
Well,
We shut down so many of those Russians.
did he also go into a lady's bathroom and
Yes.
These
Probably.
guys don't even know. You followed all the ladies in the bathrooms.
It was the 80s.
That's what you did, okay?
it's based on
we cornered them and pressured them.
They loved it. like, oh boy,
Oh,
Grandpa,
no.
it's not okay.
Grandpa, this is not good. Mom is in the other room. She can hear you. I don't care anymore. I'm too old to care.
we did it right on that counter in the
I
bathroom.
broke that counter in half.
Broke that. It was not sturdy enough. My testing did not support its actual structural
It was
integrity.
obliterated. There were splinters everywhere, and I mean everywhere.
That's why I wore jeans at the volleyball game.
Oh, now I have justification. It makes sense now.
Like literally scene by scene is his life story. Based on all factual events.
The
and
autobiography.
dialogue.
Yeah, the biography. Top Gun.
It's like the end of Pee Wee Herman where he's like goes to watch his own movie. It's I don't need to watch it. I lived it.
Exactly.
Oh man.
Oh man. So
Uh-huh.
it's not the. I mean, it's fun to watch the ending, but like
Yeah,
the
it's
story is
sweet.
not good.
So there's no models other than the explosions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They put cameras on planes,
and flew 'em
they,
around.
and they shoot
And
from
like I
plane
said,
to plane with cameras.
Visually, this film is incredible.
awesome.
It's awesome.
It looks gorgeous.
It looks great all the time.
The colors are great. The shadows are great. The close-ups. Oh boy, those close-ups
Yeah.
are nice.
I mean, it's a really fun movie to watch, and it's just visually interesting. Like the story definitely takes a backseat in this movie to just the action of being
This-
fighter pilots and flying fighter jets because
The
they're
story
cool.
is great. Like every setup is fantastic. There's like they're setting up scenes like way in advance. Some of it seems
Yeah.
like a little obvious, but I kind of like that about it.
Yeah.
The story is kind of secondary in a way.
Right.
Oh,
They-
for sure.
They mix in like the whole love story stuff, or
Yeah, and the
you know,
conflictions or whatever.
yeah, and it's good, but everyone I think is probably watching it just for all the fight sequences and Maverick
yeah.
and the
Goose.
volleyball
Let-
scenes.
and the volleyball scene.
Yeah.
Classic 80s movie.
So,
Oh, yeah.
So she wanted the information from him about the MiG because we were right about that.
Oh yeah, we talked about
There wasn't a scene where the two planes went face to face in a chicken aspect, though.
No, but he
No,
flew.
there
But there
wasn't.
was an upside down.
He did
thing.
fly upside down
The
and flip
thing
at
didn't
the
happen.
bird,
And,
yeah.
that upside down thing was the one obvious split screen in the movie that was like, oh, this looks a little bad.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
it still looked great.
they also slowed it down. It was in reduced frame rate. It looked really bad.
It looked real bad.
It was not good.
That was the only part that was awful. But the scene that I was talking about
Didn't
were
exist?
that's from a totally different movie, and I cannot think of what it is.
Trying to think of like we named a couple other plane movies. The other one like
Hot
I
Shots.
swear to
Eagle.
God, I remember something like this happening,
Stealth.
but it.
Oh, Stealth! Oh my God, Brad.
I don't know where I'm making it up from, but I need to think about
Maybe
it,
it was like
and
an
come
old,
back to
maybe
that.
it was like an
Find
old
it.
war movie or something
Could
that just
be.
got stuck in your brain.
Yeah.
What other movie had this kind of like fighter pilot like in it? Really,
That's what I'm trying to think of. Like
Not-
Independence
nothing.
Day.
I could see. Yeah, they do play chicken in that.
They fly through the canyon and it throws the parachute at him.
Yeah, it wasn't really like that. It was just like two
Yeah.
guys flying right at each other with planes, and they I don't know. I might be making this up.
Did you dream this? Was this a fever
I
dream
think
you
this
had?
is a dream.
Yeah, it was the first time you watched Top Gun. You got all sweaty like everyone in the movie.
Yeah.
You were in your bed and you had a fever dream.
Yeah, I was only in my boxers.
No, you were wearing jeans,
Yeah, just jeans.
sweating bullets,
Oh man,
needing to take a shower in someone else's house.
all that stuff was so frustrating.
I think it's funny now that you're upset about it. But
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
it's a little off-putting when
There's
you
a
really
lot of-
dissect it.
Again,
I'll admit
that's
that.
why I've learned so much about this movie that I never thought like connected it. Like talking about it, I'm like, this movie's actually ridiculous in so many ways that I didn't notice because you just enjoy the visual film that you're
Yeah,
watching.
it's gorgeous.
yeah.
It's sexy and Goose.
And I would
dies
say,
and
like,
it's
as a
sad.
kid, oh my God, I loved fighter jets so much as a kid. I was like, that's
were
all I
sweet.
want to see is fighter jets flying around doing cool fighter jet
I
stuff.
really like the part where the jets land and their little rubber bandy guy catches them. I thought that's really fun. I always really like that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'll slow you down.
Gotcha.
Gotcha, jet. That's what I'm here for. Because they just fly right off the aircraft carrier. If it weren't for those little rubber bandy guys.
We didn't talk about in the beginning, like when the other guy's plane is like.
Oh,
damaged
Cougar?
or- yeah, he has to like.
We didn't
help
talk
him
about
back to
Cougar
the-
at all.
To the
Oh,
plane
yeah.
At all. And
Yeah, because that kind of sort of happens to Tom Cruise for a split second, but
Yeah.
Cougar, he has
He's
a
the top
MiG.
pilot. He
Yeah.
would have gone to Top Gun.
yeah.
He has a MiG on his tail.
And we did talk about like there was
Yeah,
someone else
yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah.
supposed to go that didn't, and it was because he had that happen to him, and he was like, "I'm leaving the Navy."
Yeah, I didn't
forever."
realize he had just like a breakdown.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
wanting
He
to
just
quit.
loses it.
He had a breakdown like in the middle of a flight,
Yeah,
and he could
scary.
not land the
Yeah.
plane.
And was Merlin the co-pilot?
Yeah, Merlin
Yeah.
was the back seat The Rio.
And Tom Cruise guided him in by saying, "Just look at where my wing is and follow my wing."
And that part's a little nervous because they're out of fuel for some
Yeah.
reason. Because why not?
Yeah.
Well, got to raise the stakes.
Yeah. It's like, oh, we got to get back before the fuel runs out.
We didn't say that Jerry Bruckheimer his name was on this movie.
Oh yeah,
I didn't even
It's
notice.
Bruckheimer. There's money everywhere.
Yeah.
on this,
Oh, yeah.
on this thing.
Makes sense.
He spent it up.
This was Bayhem before Bayhem existed. Michael Bay.
Tony Scott had better Bayhem, I think.
Oh yeah,
His movies were just
Oh yeah.
very, very pretty and thought out.
Go watch the Rock, and it's just like chaos everywhere.
God, nothing. That movie.
So we talking about The Rock next or what?
We should. I'm totally down to talk about The Rock.
We could.
So there's a Hummer chasing a Ferrari.
Thanks for rating, liking, and subscribing to our podcast. Our next episode has the tagline, "Get ready for rush hour." Nope, it's not rush hour. It's speed.
All right, pop quiz. Airport. Gunman with one hostage. He's using her for cover. He's almost to a plane. You're 100 feet away. What do you think?
Shoot the hostage.
What?
Go for the good wound and he can't get to the plane with her. Clear shot.
You're deeply nuts. You know that?
All right, gentlemen, what we have here are 13 passengers in an express elevator. Bomb's already taken out cables. Bomber wants $3 million or he blows the emergency brakes.
Anything else that'll keep this elevator from falling?
The basement.
He can strike anywhere, at any time.
Will the mystery guest please sign in?
Why are they messing with me? Do they think I'm doing this for fun?
For LA cop Jack Traven.
Tell me again, Harry, why did I take this job?
Come on, 30 more years of this, you get a tiny pension and a cheap gold watch.
Cool.
The game began.
Very exciting, Jack. Some close calls, huh?
When someone put the city of Los Angeles to the ultimate test.
Pop quiz, hotshot. There's a bomb on a bus. Once the bus goes 50 miles an hour, the bomb is armed. If it drops below 50, it blows up. What do you do? What do you do?
Now.
Are you insured? Yeah, why?
He's the only solution.
We just got a ransom demand from your terrorist. Says he's rigged the city bus. Where's Jack?
Where do you think?
Stay on or get off.
Get off.
This is much better.
Everybody hold on!
Keanu Reeves, Dennis Hopper, Sandra Bullock.
Pop quiz. You have a hair trigger aimed at your head. What do you do? What do you do?
Speed. Get ready for rush hour.